So it's part 2. I have the right red part. We're going to get the steering wheel puller on and pull this wheel again. What did I tell you about using the extension on that?
Right, okay. Oh, here it comes. Oh, God. It's like after you pick your nose and like that nice piece of boogers come out. Well, that's for you.
Taking out the bolts for the puller, and then the wheel will come free. It's free now, actually, but you take the tool off before you're done.
Should have put a drill on it.
Right.
Impact wrench. There's got to be someone out there who's done that before.
I'm sure.
Okay, ready?
Right.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
So we have the horn cam
Comes right out with a
off.
spring.
Take the bolts out of the screws out of the switch, and we got to disconnect it from the bottom before we. Oh no, it's just wire there, so you can pull it right out.
Well, I'm gonna do this too. Okay, so I'll take a break.
Right, you got to take the panels off.
Okay, now we're gonna take the old piece out. We got it right out of the bracket.
Yeah, the bracket's off. The wires were cut from last time.
Welcome back to Sam and Dave. When during commercial break, we changed the transmission and the camshaft bearings. And
Yeah, I think we did this one before.
all on commercial break. But go to www.samanddave.com to see behind the scenes footage of that. And it's uncensored, though. Don't watch it with your children.
Right.
What the fucking crap? That'd be great to watch those shows.
Even
and have those like nice PQ church group like Sam saying, "What the fuck, this piece of shit car?"
No, Sam was too nice of a guy to ever no, Dave. Yeah, Dave was the nice guy, the taller guy with the blonde hair.
Right.
We're talking about Shade Tree Mechanic, if anybody cares. And Dave was the nice guy. He says, "Yeah, I don't know why GM put the bolt up here. I mean, that just doesn't even make sense."
Right, he's
instead, and then Dave will be there. "Oh, fucking GM cars! They put fucking this and that."
Where's the number 3?
Right here.
Oh.
There we go.
Right, he'd always be all like, right. Okay. Now, take a look at this, everybody. Jay's going to keep this for the rest of his life. It's going to hang it from his dash cam.
Right, from the mirror. Oh, well, it was easier the first time, right?
Well, I didn't have a flathead.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get those 2 little flatheads.
Brian probably should go.
Right, we need the flatheads.
Right. Mind the one. Go get the fly.
Alright, I gotta get them.
Wow.
The quick thing I wanted to mention, here's the number 2 Phillips, and this is a socket, a small socket, 1/4 inch drive, and this doesn't work. As you can see, we only had a 3/8 inch drive here, and I was too lazy to get the socket, but what we did have was a number 3 Phillips. And look at that. It fits right on and turns it. I don't know how much torque you can put on it, but if you just have a small bolt that you know is not torqued down, you can make do with the tools you have if you're too lazy to get the right one.
Giving me trouble over borders.
Yeah.
Bridge.
Maybe the you gotta slacken up the wires. Maybe they're caught on something.
No, this is good. It's good. It's good. It's just cardi. It's got the cardi wonkers.
Huh.
Yeah, okay.
It's being a real bitch today. It's colder, so things haven't expanded in the sun yet. Got to keep working it from all angles. There's a lip on the inside. You got to just sneak it past that.
Nah, it's just like getting brittle, so that's...
It's broken anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But
Jesus.
There it is, finally.
Oh, I got it. Oh, no, hold on. Oh, 1 second. Oh, I did break it. Low pre-sale, no big deal.
There's the old one. And here's the new one. Same cam with the 2 little ears on it that are going to break, because that's how it was designed. We found out what the trouble was. The white switch was a DELCO switch. This is a BOYNE, B-O-Y-N-E switch. And the 67 and 68s that had the floor mount shifter used the BOYNE switch. So pay attention to the color of the plastic. If yours is red, it's the BOYNE switch. If it's white, it's the DELCO. There were some white BOYNEs and red DELCOs, but they're very rare. So generally, like I said, if it's red, it's BOYNE. If it's white, it's DELCO. And this is the right one. We also had the guy remove all of the connectors, all the terminals from the connector. And now all we have to do is put those in, and he left us a diagram. This will slip down the steering column as such, so we're ready to install. That worked a treat, with the wires pulled out of the connectors like that. You just got to fish it through this part of the column. You can use a flat blade. You'll see it here, and then through this bracket, and they come out right down over here. And then you got to monkey with it until it gets into the column. After fucking around for a while, you will eventually get that in, and then you can screw it down. Just 3 screws, number 3 Phillips, 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. The one at the top on this 67 Buick Riviera is shorter than the other 2 for whatever reason. So we'll get those in and lined up. Another thing you'll find, at least on this car, the 67 Riv, is the turn signal stalk does not fit the DELCO switch just right. It almost makes it, but not quite. This one seems to fit right in. put the hazard light thing on. It's got to screw in straight because it bites into the plastic. The plastic is threaded, but you want to... Right, that's working properly now. So that's good. And now the stalk goes in at that angle. And that's a number 2.
The left is a little sensitive.
Oh?
A little loose, but there's nothing I can do. It's plastic. Like if you feel it.
Yeah.
Is it cancel?
It should be.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the little...
There's just
thing
more
there.
bite.
Yeah, I see it there.
But as long as it goes down, and like I told you in my car, it's not like the old days where you're driving and you just smack down your car.
Yeah, no.
So you'll be driving.
These you got to be real careful with.
Yeah.
Right, it's like almost like a gear shift lever. You got to go.
Kind of like, I want to make a left. Wait, I want to make a right.
Yeah. Alrighty. Here was Sal's hack job. These wires were cut. Okay, as you see here. And look how the fucker cut them. He cut them off at this. I can't fix this. I need a tool to remove these. And these are the connectors. You know, they have 2 little ears on the side. I don't have that tool. I went to my dad. He thought he had something, but it was way too small for these. So there's nothing I can do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically bypass them. These have to be plugged into the round, half round connector. And I'm gonna strip these a little bit more and attach a little bit longer wire to them. I'm just gonna wire nut it. And then the other end of my extension wire is going to be wrapped around this so I don't damage it. Probably around the, the back part over here, right here, and then tape it up real good. And that's gonna have to be. So that's what I'm gonna do, because that way, in case I ever get the tool or somebody has one or something, I can actually get this back the right way if I get new terminals. Or I guess I could solder onto the stubs that are left, but I can't do it with it in the connector like that. More of his wiring job. This is the connector from the old one. So he put the white and the yellow wires together, haphazardly tied in to the green wire like that with these butt connectors, and what the fuck? What the fuck? You know, if you're 12, this is acceptable, but come on, this ain't right over here. This is totally, like, I think he did that to get the brake lights working. I guess he probably got a ticket at one point because they were out, so he somehow hacked this together and in the process lost its turn signals, which doesn't make any sense because they use the same lights. So if you lost one, like I had the green and the white jumper wires, as you saw on there, or the green and the yellow ones, which we did last time, and if you take one of those off, only one brake light works, or the other one works. So tying them together will only fuck everything up. This is the diagram that he gave me. And we have them in place. We're leaving the 2 out that we're going to need. And they push in just like that. They all actually went sort of in the color order they are already, as long as you get it, you know, in the right orientation. That's it. And those 2 we're leaving out are the ones that are going to be wired manually. Wunderbar. It's my part of the equation here. I decided that I'm probably never going to find somebody with the tool, so I'm just cutting them off and leaving some wire on it so I can always reattach if I had to, if I ever do find that. Okay, and then they can be plugged into the connector. So now I'm doing this the right way, solder and heat shrink, so it's not coming apart. So I got to get that wired up now. Like he said, after the break we put a new transmission in, and we're just buttoning it up now. So yeah, I got that soldered and heat shrunk. It's not like that a nice job.
It's okay.
Well, it's not that nothing about right.
Right, you know, a little pad. Inspection.
There's my ghetto rig number 3 Phillips to drive a 1/4 inch. So that seemed to work. She's all back together. I'll give you a demo in a little bit, but the wheel's back on, everything is here. It clicks and it stays and it cancels, and I'll give you a whole demo of everything a little bit later in the video. The horn does not work. I don't know if that's something we did, but it was always kind of wonky, so I'll worry about that another time for now. Okay, so here's a driving test of it, and I already started it, sorry. So, oh, you're supposed to signal going away from the curb. Now we know that's burned out, that'll be another time, but hopefully you could hear the click. And we're good, so off we go. And it canceled. The blinkers fucking work. I love that kind. I could drive without being afraid of a cop pulling me over. Just fucking works. I'll make a left. It's clicking. And you hear that. I love the steering wheel. The when you go around. My old Chevy used to do that. Oh, yes. Look at me. I'm signaling. It cancels kind of early. Like, as soon as you turn the wheel back, like most other cars, you go to turn the wheel back and immediately it just fucking... get confused without the green light. There's that click click.
Some of them were loud back in the day. Like
yeah.
When I returned, it was like a really...
And then it does that magic thing where it just stays on for no reason. That's another thing I gotta look at. See, because now I'll try it again, and it works. So there's gotta be some other SAL wiring that's fucked up somewhere. But for the most part it works, and at least I can signal and it'll actually work. So once I get home, I will show you the lights from the outside. I'm going to shut the engine down so it's not going to be flashing as fast, but you'll get the picture anyway. And this is a left signal in the front. And the back. I think there's a burned out bulb somewhere. I don't think that actually has a thing on the right. On the right, no, they're there. They're working. Now, why it does that thing where it just goes solid? Maybe there's a bulb in the back that isn't always making a connection. That's possible. I know that if I just put this up a bit, it's on solid. If I click it, it goes dim and then starts blinking. The left you won't see, but if I push it a little bit, like I am now, and then that's too much, but there it would be on. So it works. Now it doesn't want to work. The right is just temperamental. I should check. So we've had moderate success. It still doesn't really, like the left is, the right gets that nice, but that may wear in time. I don't know. Anyway, we've had some good success, so hopefully that'll continue to work for the most part. And in time, slowly but slowly, we're working out the kinks, and we're getting there. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.